so happy to have the opportunity to talk a little bit about the Chamber's Volunteer of the Month. I'm pleased because the recipient is a very good friend. He and his wife are good friends of ours. And I'm also pleased because this is a rare opportunity that somebody gets to stand here and talk about Jon, and he doesn't get to say anything. And those of you that know him know that this is an opportunity I wouldn't miss. Well, Jon is the kind of guy, if you haven't worked with him, he brings his passion to everything he does, whether it's designing somebody's dream home, assisting in the design of a medical facility in Swaziland, raising funds for exchange students, installing lighting and advising on building issues at our church, or making the dream of a community access to a lake available. Jon is a think outside the box guy. When all the rest of us go, why? Jon goes, why not? This happened to us. Jon came and we asked Jon's advice on a little piece of land in town, and we had this little flat place picked out, and he swiveled and pointed to this thing that I swear was this big and said, there, that's where you want to build. And he built us, or designed the most amazing house ever, where we feel like we live in the woods and we live in town. That's Jon. He just has a vision and a passion. And that vision and that passion is like a force of nature. He has so much joy in the projects that he takes on that he kind of sweeps everybody along with him. And before you realize it, you've got your sleeves rolled up and you're working right next to him and you're trying to figure out how you got there. He doesn't coerce, he doesn't bribe, he doesn't wheedle. It's Jon's enthusiasm. You just want to be a part of it. Case in point, here stands before you a woman that refuses to put anything on her car that requires something sharp to scrape it off with. And if you notice that little white car there, there's a Friends of Ponderay Bay Trail sticker right on the back of it. And I show it gladly because I have that much enthusiasm, and Jon's the only person I ever allowed to put a sticker on the back of my car, and I wouldn't be upset about it. So I figured, I think we could call Jon the Pied Piper of volunteerism. And those of you that don't know him, let me just give you a warning. If he's excited about something and you're in the near vicinity, you will find yourself working on something exciting as well. And his community mindset is a gift. He is, to me, and of course I'm biased, he's a friend, but I think he's one of the treasures of Sandpoint. He is constantly looking to see what he can do to make the community better, and he's not just an idea guy, he's a worker. Jon is what I refer to as a servant leader. There are a lot of people that like to get involved in things because they like to get their name bandied about. Jon never looks for the limelight. He's the kind of guy that leads by example, and his passion pushes him through. And that vision and passion has moved a dream that many people had years ago when we first met, and they would take us on a walk on this trail called Black Rock. And he was passionate then. Little did I know that Jon Sayler, the force of nature, that he would gather, and this is another wonderful trait that he has. He knows how to get the right people together and make stuff happen. And boy, has he made it happen with Ponderay Bay Trail. Let's see, so far, and I believe, I don't know, I'm not going to jump the gun, but I believe there's even more news. $75,000 in funds for Ponderay Bay Trail. $12,000 in the latest, it was a run, right, that they just did recently. Well, Jon, I know that you are never comfortable in the limelight, but you're just going to have to suck it up and deal with it, because I am so happy to present Jon to you as the recipient of the Chamber's Volunteer Award. And it's about time. Yeah. Volunteer of the Month.
Well, thank you.
Do you want to break the news on what you told me?
Oh, okay. Well, Anita was just saying that, and thank you all very much for this. I do really appreciate it. Thank you so much. I do appreciate it. Hey, fun stuff. I just announced this morning to the advisory board of the Friends of the Ponderay Bay Trail that Friday we were granted a $653,000 grant. It ain't chump change.
Oh my gosh.
And it will be paid over the next 3 years. And this is not a grant just to the Friends of the Pend Oreille Bay Trail. It was secured by the Friends of the Pend Oreille Bay Trail. Ruth Watkins and Susan Drumheller were the main writers of the grant. But it's for the city of Pend Oreille and contributes over $200,000 to the city of Pend Oreille. It will also contribute $200,000 to the Sandpoint Parks and Rec, which is for reimbursement for purchases that they've already made. So is that fabulous or what? So it's just a joy to be able to be a part of these wonderful things. I just see so many things that are just like, gosh, wouldn't that be great if we could do that? It's just, you just want to make it happen, and I'm so pleased and honored by the people that step up to do the heavy lifting and help us through. Thank you all very much for this.